It's going down. Alright, Shalom. First and foremost, as always, I would like to give all praises, honor, glory, respect, and blessings to Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Shem, Wachaha, Kwadash. Salutations to the Lord's elect on the four corners of the earth, whom Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai have awoken in these last days to receive the gospel so that they can receive salvation when Yahweh Shai returns. And double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone, which have taught us everything we know through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai. And welcome to another series of It's Going Down, being brought to you by the spirit and power of Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai. Breaking news. The United States launches strikes on 3 Iranian nuclear facilities, Trump says. So this is what Trump says, and right here we have a video showing and indicating what appears to be the footage of what happened during the strike. Okay, as you see right there. Okay, so it says the United States launched strikes on 3 Iranian nuclear facilities. President Trump announced Saturday evening, calling them a spectacular military success. The U.S. military carried out massive precision strikes on three key nuclear assemblies in the Iranian regime: Fordo, Natanz, and Isfahan. President Trump said in a national address from the White House Saturday night. The president addressed the nation regarding the strikes late Saturday night, so this happened on Saturday night, saying that Iran's key nuclear enrichment facilities have been completely and totally obliterated, issuing a warning to Iran to strive for peace deal in its war with the small hats. There will be either peace or there will be tragedy for Iran greater than we have witnessed over the last 8 days, Mr. Trump said, while flanked by Vice President J.D. Mr. Trump added that if peace does not come quickly, we will go after those other targets with precision, speed, and skill. Most of them can be taken out in a matter of minutes. Woo! Let's go! Akim, we are almost out of here. Hey, call halayim la ala hayanawa Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. This is the type of information that gets me excited. And brothers, you should be excited right now. Salak, I'm a little excited. Well, very excited. Oh my, this is major prophecy out here. Major prophecy coming to pass. Breaking news. Iran has pledged to retaliate if the United States joined the Small Hat Assault, which began with airstrikes on Iranian nuclear sites and military targets on June 13th. Iran has responded with missile and drone attacks on Small Hat cities. Jeremiah 49 verse 20. Therefore hear the counsel of the Lord that he have taken against Edom. Who are the Edomites today? The Edomites today will be the self-proclaimed white man. Okay? That starts with the so-called elites who call themselves Rothschilds, Rockefellers, DuPonts, Oppenheimers, Gettys, Disneys. Okay? You name them. These are the Edomites today, trickling down to the rest of their nation and people. So this is the Lord's counsel against Edom, the Edomites, who have the fatness of the earth according to Genesis, the 27th chapter, and his purposes that he had proposed against the land of against the inhabitants of Teman. Okay, Oh, wait a minute. Who's T-men? T-men today will be them small hats in the land of Israel. Okay, they were formerly known as Khazars from the Khazarian Empire. Okay, surely the least of the flock. Who's the least of the flock? T-men. T-men, the small hats in the land of Israel, calling themselves, Jewish, right? And they are not, but they are imposters. Okay, those people in the land of Israel today, calling themselves Jewish, guess what? They are not Jewish. Their line really goes back to Esau. They are Amalekites. Okay? They are descendants of Esau. Amalek, when you go into the book of Genesis, was a descendant of Esau. Okay? I believe one of Esau's grandchildren. Okay? So they are Amalekites. Okay? But they are the least of the flock, which shall draw them out. Shall draw who out? Shall draw the United States of America out into this conflict against Iran. The least of the flock is going to draw the United States of America out into this confrontation against Iran. Surely he shall make their habitation desolate with them. And what's going to make the land of Israel desolate? What's going to make the United States desolate? The nuclear warheads, which is going to come from Russia and from Iran, India, China, North Korea, you name it. But there's another major prophecy that I would like to get. This is Ezekiel 38 verse 1. And the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Gog, the land of Magog, the chief prince of Meshach and Tubal, and prophesy against him. And say, Thus saith the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, I am against thee, O Gog. And who's Gog? Gog is Russia. Magog, which goes back to the Hebrew Magog, which Ma is short for Maya. Maya, not Maya, but Mayan. Mayan, which means from. Mayan means from. So when you combine Magog, you get from Gog, which means from Russia. So, and who predominantly rules over Russia today? The Edomites, which is the self-proclaimed white man. Putin is an Edomite, okay? But he's the president over Russia. And say, Thus saith the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, I am against thee, O Gog. The Lord is against Russia, the chief prince of Meshach and Tubal, which I believe are Turkish regions, okay? Ishmael live in those areas, Meshach and Tubal, which are Turkish regions. And I would turn thee back, okay, and put hooks into thy jaws, and bring thee forth in all thy army, horses, horsemen, and all them clothed with all sort of armor, even a great company with bucklers and shields, all of them handling swords. All of them handling swords. So those Russians are well trained in war combat, sword, gun to gun, which the modern day sword today will be the gun. So they're well trained in gun to gun combat. Okay. So Persia, who's Persia? That's talking about Elam, the East Indians. That's Iran. Okay, Iran. Okay, the Iranians. Persia, Ethiopia, which are Hamitic regions. The Hamites are the Africans today. So Ethiopia and Libya, which ultimately Ham has rule over Ethiopia, because Ethiopia is a part of the land of Ham, which goes back to Ham, which means hot. But you also have Israelites living in these regions of Ethiopia, okay? And Libya, which is also predominantly ran by Hamites, right? But you got Israelites living in Libya as well. The Israelites, which are the so-called Negro, Latino, and Native Indians. So Persia, Iran, Ethiopia, and Libya with them. With who? With Russia. Being allies unto Russia. All of them with sword and helmet. Okay? Gomer and all his bands in the house of Togarmah of the north quarters and all his bands, and many people with thee. Now here's the key point. This is a command to Russia from the Lord. Be thou prepared, telling Russia to be prepared. Why do you think Russia has all these weapons of mass destruction? Okay, Russia have nuclear bombs like Satan II, hypersonic missiles, okay, intercontinental ballistic missiles. Be thou prepared. So Russia is prepared. Russia is prepared. And prepare for thyself, thou and all thy company that are assembled unto thee. Okay, and be thou a guard unto them. You see that? And be thou a guard unto them. Be thou a guard unto who? Persia. Okay, be thou a guard unto Persia, Ethiopia, Libya with them. Okay, be thou a guard unto Gomer and Togarmah. You see? So Russia's commanded to be a guard unto Iran. And since the United States attacked Iran, right, surely the least of the flock, the small hats in the land of Israel, right, claiming to be JEWISH, right, they said that they are going to lead, the scripture said that they are going to lead the U.S. into war against Iran. And what's going to happen? Russia is going to step in, according to Ezekiel 38, verse 5 down to 7. Because Russia is commanded to be a guard to these smaller nations. Okay? Okay? So the brother put in the description, okay, will Russia help Iran? The answer is yes. Russia will help Iran. Because as soon as this war breaks out between Russia and the United States, guess what? NATO's going to step in because they're an ally of America. Okay? China's going to step in because they're an ally of Russia. Okay, Germany is going to step in because they're an ally of the U.S. You know, India is going to step in because they're allies of China. North Korea is going to step in because they're allies of China. You know, you're going to have Gomer and Togarmah with them. They're going to join into the fight. Libya, Ethiopia is going to step in. You know, and it's just like that. You're going to have World War III over there, man. It's going to be all full blown out World War III. It's going to get chaotic, mandatory. They're already talking about mandatory drafts. So get ready because that's coming. And guess what? Around that time, it's going to be the mandatory implementation of the RFID micro CHIP, which is the mark of the BEAST. Okay? And if anybody take that CHIP, they are going to be destroyed in the coming nuclear war, when Yahweh Shai returns to deliver his elect. With that, I'm going to say Shalom. It's going down. It's on to the next one.